What's up, Crypto Crew, and welcome back, or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Might, actively escaping the matrix, scoping out the crypto oceans. If you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat!
Crypto Crew, I love Bitcoin. It is the foundation for all current cryptocurrency. If there wasn't Bitcoin, there would be no Caspa today. It is the digital gold standard. That's why BTC is Caspa's granddad. And for all of our Bitcoin investors and Bitcoin maxis watching, welcome to the channel. But if you've ever been frustrated by high fees, slow confirmations, or the need for complicated layer 2 solutions, Caspa might be the answer you've been waiting for.
So you keep the same ethos, the same principles of Bitcoin. And the vision of 10 blocks per second is that things become internet speed crypto, internet speed proof of work.
If you look at Bitcoin today, Bitcoin's digital gold, it's digital cash. What does it mean? It's a bearer instrument, a monetary instrument.
Michael Saylor is a wonderful salesman, but that's what he is. He's a salesman. And what he's selling investors is the concept that you give me your money and I'm just going to go buy Bitcoin. And hopefully the value of my stock trades at a premium to the value of that Bitcoin. And so as long as I can keep doing that, I generate value.
Crypto Crew today will react to Jack Mallers' powerful case for Bitcoin as the world's next reserve currency. And Jack is right in the sense that Bitcoin was the hardest, most secure money ever created in the late 2000s until we realized its biggest deficiency, BTC's inability to scale, which makes Bitcoin unable to be used for peer-to-peer transactions, specifically a peer-to-peer digital cash in 2025 and beyond.
Bitcoin doesn't need you, you need Bitcoin. The first step of adopting Bitcoin is humbling yourself, and you are not the main character.
And so today's vid, like most of your Crypto Crew's videos, are meant to explain how Caspa is a crypto project that offers true value just like Bitcoin, built on the same foundations as Bitcoin, just with the ability to scale. And on top of that, processes fast transactions in 2025, building towards the future.
I really think the technology behind Kaspa is unique and is going to work in a cash-based system.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Crypto Crew, personally, I love Tangem because in my opinion, it is the best cold storage out there. Allows for self-custody. It's plug and play, easy to use. So if you wish to order your Tangem wallet today, you can get 10% off using code Crypto Crew. Check out the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all.
I don't think anyone owns Bitcoin because of what someone in the White House is tweeting, right? If I own Bitcoin because of what a president said or didn't say, then I'd be poor. So I mean, we all own it because it's apolitical. It's been successful no matter what a government has done or not done for it. But I do think what is bipartisan is we're living through probably the most fascinating macroeconomic time of our era. I think we're living through a monetary regime change. I'd be shocked if the dollar, the current iteration of the dollar as the world reserve currency, were to remain. So I do find this administration's support for Bitcoin to be very interestingly timed. And then now we're in trade wars and what's going on with China. I think it is as cool a time to be working on Bitcoin as I've ever seen in my 13 years.
Jack's message is clear. Bitcoin is neutral, apolitical, and decentralized. It's the ultimate store of value, immune to government manipulation. This is why it's become the digital gold of our era. But here's the thing. Bitcoin's design, for all its brilliance, comes with a trade-off. Security and decentralization are prioritized over speed and throughput. That's why Bitcoin can only handle about 7 transactions per second with block times of up to 10 minutes. For payments worldwide, gaming, or high-frequency apps, that simply isn't good enough for today's standard, much less tomorrow's. Enter Caspa.
In 2021, one crypto visionary asked a simple question. What if we didn't have to choose between speed, security, and decentralization? What if we could have all? Enter Caspa, a smart manufacturing system where multiple production lines work simultaneously. Unlike traditional blockchains, Caspa's blockchain is structured as a blockdag, or directed acyclic graph, allowing for parallel block confirmations and instant transaction confirmations, with the same industrial-grade security and reliability you'd expect from serious operation. The economics are compelling. Caspa processed transactions with 1 second block time versus Bitcoin's 10-minute intervals. This is a profound shift in what's possible for cryptocurrency applications. And unlike Bitcoin, which uses scheduled halving events every 4 years to control supply, Caspa follows a gradual monthly reduction to achieve a 50% reduction in the annual emission rate, providing a more predictable supply curve and steady emission schedule, meaning consistent, reliable mining economics that let miners plan with confidence. For Caspa holders, this translates to a network capable of handling real-world adoption without the congestion and fees plaguing slower blockchains. This is an ecosystem that's already in operation. This is Caspa, the next-generation blockchain architecture.
When you take Bitcoin's proof-of-work security, decentralization, on top of its fair launch ethos, but reimagine the technology for real-world scale and need for near-instant transactions, you get Caspa. In short, Caspa solves the blockchain trilemma in order to become what Bitcoin was supposed to be when it came out in the late 2000s.
Bitcoin doesn't need you, you need Bitcoin. The first step of adopting Bitcoin is humbling yourself, and you are not the main character. That was my advice to El Salvador. That's my advice to anyone that cares to listen, is that this thing is bigger than all of us, which I think is one of the most important parts of having a neutral reserve asset. I mean, money is our time and our energy in an abstracted form. It's the market good that we all exchange our effort and our labor and our work for to then go out and get the things that we want in life. And so to have that be a neutral asset that no one is bigger than is critically important.
You're absolutely correct, Jack Mahlers. It is a representation of what is known as sweat equity. And so the current monetary system is a failure. Now, we may see Jerome Powell's officially call for rate cuts days after this recording, which will send shockwaves throughout the crypto ocean if that is indeed the case, and may be one of the pivotal events that kickstarts the next leg of the 2025 bull run. But it also means money will be printed, and the more money is printed, the lesser value money will hold. Kaspa's director of research at Cas Media, Nicholas Sismil, explained it as following.
So there's 3 necessary conditions for good to be a store of value. It must have unforgeable costliness. This means that it's expensive and it's difficult to forge, replicate, or produce. And secondly, there has to be a mechanism in place to restrict the ease of forgery, replication, or production. So in the case of gold and silver, this would be mining. And in the case of proof of work, this would be the difficulty adjustment in addition to mining as well. Also, there has to be an objective supply instead of a subjective supply, thereby creating an objective unit account. So money has to be hard, and its hardness is determined by its stock-to-flow ratio. Historically, gold, silver, the gold standard, and Bitcoin have functioned like store of value, but we've never actually seen a form of money, a hard form of money that has been a good medium exchange. So with Caspa, you have a solution to the current traditional payment system, as it's as fast as fiat, but as hard as proof of work. And decentralized finance could finally be decentralized once smart contracts are implemented within Caspa.
Based on Nicholas Sismil's points, Bitcoin is fundamentally incapable of being used as digital currency, much less an effective alternative to the failing fiat system, something Bitcoin maxis like Michael Saylor are starting to come to terms with.
Maybe Bitcoin isn't digital currency at all, right? Digital currency, probably the best example of a true digital currency or close to it right now would be a tether, a stable coin. And if I could move a stable coin, $87 worth of it at the speed of light on a crypto rail, no KYC, no regulatory controls, with complete privacy, that feels like digital currency, completely private digital currency.
I mean, money is our time and our energy in an abstracted form. It's the market good that we all exchange our effort and our labor and our work for to then go out and get the things that we want in life. And so to have that be a neutral asset that no one is bigger than is critically important.
Now again, crypto crew, I love Bitcoin. It is the foundation for all current cryptocurrency. If it wasn't for Bitcoin, there would be no Caspa today. BTC is Caspa's granddad. So for all of our Bitcoin investors, Bitcoin maxis, Bitcoin friends watching, Caspa complements Bitcoin, built on the same foundations as Bitcoin, just with the ability to scale and processes fast transactions in 2025 going into the future.
10 blocks per second.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing here on the crypto ocean. Grow in grace, and let's make some crypto waves. Say aye.